I'm deeply honored and I'm humbled by the support I've received from WTO members.
To appoint Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala of Nigeria as the next Director General of the WTO. It is so agreed.
It's both exciting and daunting at the same time to be here, because I take the reins of the WTO at a time of great uncertainty and cannot be business as usual at the WTO. First and foremost, we need to focus on the issue of COVID-19 and what can the WTO do to contribute to solutions. Trade is very important, and is very important if we are also to come out of this pandemic, both in terms of helping make sure there's a freer flow of medical goods and supplies, but also for the economic revival. Without trade, it cannot happen. I must mention the fisheries subsidies negotiation, which is key, and it speaks to both sustainability of our oceans. It helps fulfill one of the SDGs. Every member agrees that the dispute settlement system needs reform. So, how I would set about it is to first try to work with members to tease out what their issues are. And once they agree that these are the set of reforms, we put together a work program to implement those reforms. Must be mindful that whatever we do will benefit all members, not just big members or middle-sized ones, but also small ones and small island economies. Trade is about people. How do we bring those who have been excluded or marginalized, like women, like owners of micro, medium, and small enterprises into the mainstream? There's the need to modernize the rules of the WTO and bring them up to 21st century issues. We have to look at the digital economy, which has become so prominent during this pandemic. E-commerce is key and is going to grow in leaps and bounds as we move on. Let me just mention quickly traditional issues that not be forgotten. Issues of industrial subsidies, agricultural subsidies, special and differential treatment. We'll need to look into them. To look at our procedures, and parts of the institution. So much needs to be done. That is why I talk about deep and wide-ranging reforms. We also have the issue of lack of trust among members, which has built up over time, and we need to work through that if we are to achieve the reforms that the WTO needs to achieve in order to be relevant in this modern age. Being the first woman and the first African means that one really has to perform. If I want to really make Africa and women proud, I have to produce results. And that's where my mind is at now. How do we work together with members to get results?